the Londinium Miner here for CIS, and we are witnessing what seemed to be a breakdown for Avangar on map 1. I got on the desk, they were counted as favorites, but forZe easily dispatched them in a convincing victory that was, for me, marked by Avangar's mistakes, which were exploited by forZe.
Yeah, it's pretty much been the story of the day for Avangar, and now forZe are in a great position. And I did, after the first match, and their performance in their second, I really did favour them for this one before this one started, and they have done well so far. Knife round is beginning, and Avangar better pray for that CT side. Take
Man Mirage by forZe.
Yeah,
there you go. I'm surprised you didn't get there first. Maybe you did. Maybe you did earlier. I don't know. But yeah, so you can keep talking. I just wanted to get it in then.
No problem. Avangar just about won the knife round. Just won the knife round. So that will be important for them because, well, I mean, they need a good CT side though. It was pretty suspect, I think it's fair to say,
yeah,
on Mirage. So whatever on Earth is not working out for them, they need to fix it because they're supposed to be better than they have shown today. We expect from Avangar, and hopefully they will deliver. Has not been a good day of Counter-Strike for a few of their players. Prism being pointed out as an important player for the side. Nemo did well on a previous map, but here we go. They will start on the CT side. forZe will have Almeza and Malik both with... Ooh, they've got both HE grenades.
Nice.
That is curious on the T side. One deployed top mid, no one peeking top banana, no one peeking just yet. But there is a second one in tow, but now the CTs are peeking.
Ooh.
He might not have an angle to throw it.
But Malik hears the jumping though. Oh, they're running with the flash, and that's a good defense. The flash actually didn't seem to blind anybody. So I don't know if that was sort of an improvised flashbang, but it was probably just for banana and wasn't for like the deeper positions, and that's why Malik was unflashed. And that's really backfired on Avangar, but let's see if they can recover. They got Buster looking to try to refrag on banana, and he's got assistance in Jame. And forZe are still waiting for a push somewhere. Avangar do look a bit antsy. They're running around a lot. Now they lost that first player. Buster, though, does get 2 kills on banana. He finds the bomb. That's a disaster. The B-split was coming here for forZe. Now they have to frag out to reclaim the bomb and then run all the way back to the bomb site, and there's CTs everywhere.
Bearing in mind this is a pistol round, you do wonder if they have overcomplicated things with only 2 of the 5 players with the bomb on banana. It's all about those headshots at the end of the day, and now face crack will have his face cracked.
Never gets old.
So it just takes 2 taps. If you've got 2 players, I don't know, maybe one to rethink for forZe. Although I do feel like it was maybe a mid-round call. They showed the bomb towards banana. Perhaps they were waiting for a rotation of the A players, but it was the bottom of banana, and they just stayed put, and here we are. Avangar get off to the start they needed. We have seen many a second round forced by 1 today.
Yeah.
No plant in the previous round. So Avangar should know what's coming.
In the NRG series last night, it was actually, I think, 3 of the 4 forced by rounds immediately after the pistol were won, which is really unusual. I'm sure highly frustrating for the players on the worst end of that, but some harassment towards top mid and a lot of presence, and now forZe immediately rushing back. That's actually awesome to see. There's still 4 players on A for Avangar, so this has actually worked brilliantly. This is a really nice timing. Buster starts things off fantastically well, though. Basically eliminating everyone by himself, just standing in the same position, just peeking, just firing all 30 bullets. Wow. Very good work from Buster with the immediate double pop right at the start of that fight. That really helped and stopped the ETs from gaining ground on him. And that will be that. That's kind of that's a sad shame, I think, because I really thought that it was a well-played round by forZe. They did something which I think some teams, well, it's harder to see teams do well, which is understand how to create presence really quickly and then find that window to very quickly rotate before the other team can react. So now they just have the Glocks in play, and the Glocks are going to be pretty much just wiped out.
Potato guns, they'll do their job and offer
Buds.
not much use. in round number 3. So here we are, FACEIT on the AWP. Immediately, AWP no Kevlar on the T side of Inferno. How often do you see that? Triple UMPs for Avangar. They will be playing close quarters, and that may compromise the kind of picks that FACEIT may be able to get in this round. Ooh, he saw an elbow. The HE down mid. He's lucky to get away with half his life. One down banana as well. And there's one more HE to be deployed by Buster. Holding on to it for the time being, but that could take FACEIT out of commission. Having a look in mid, and perhaps he'll be safe for now. Everything slows down. Face crack in the apartments. Not shy to announce his presence with some running around. Ooh. The margins are small with these peaks.
Smallest of margins. So harassment towards top middle. Quad smoke there. That's going to increase the tension for the CTs on the A side, who have now been denied information by that smoke. And you can see they will rotate an additional player there and are very worried. And actually forced to trying to run a B split again, it seems. KitKat is in a very odd position here. He's going to go forwards though with the flashbang. It's perfect. Oh my god, was FaceCrack jumping there when he got that headshot. That's outrageous. And James waiting around the corner with the UMP. They all look the wrong way first of all, and the run and gun will be good to eliminate the split. Now it's just simply a 2-man push in from Banana. There's CT smoke, and they spotted the only player on the site, but reinforcements is quickly on the way through construction. James is rushing around, and Jerry gets a kill as quickly as he needs to, but he can't win the second fight. Another B splits, failed, foiled, thwarted.
I think Malik had to do a better job of trying to trade in the arch position. He almost seemed like he was stuck on the corner, not even aiming the right way. Look at this, look. He's looking, shooting the pillar, and the guy's in the corner. But I don't know if his teammate knew where the other chap was, but a better job has to be done. Now let's see, in these, there have been 4 kills in 4 rounds from forZe, and I would guess that they have come in the earlier rounds, so the less significant portion in terms of doing damage to the CT economy. forZe, though, they are very capable once they get their full buy-in of being a problem for Avangar on forZe's T side, so we'll have to look to the next round. What can he do with this one, though? Will it be a balcony burst? Jerry's in position to deploy. There it is, but Crizzen, that is the anti-UK strat. Put a smoke down in the apartment and then block with your body. You get 3 kills all day.
Yeah, not too much to say about this one. FaceIT looking for some damage. That's a nice connection. It'd be nice to get one more if he possibly could. Just keep that damage up. Keep the economy down. Avangar has set up containment with Buster push down Banana, looking up towards top middle. However, FaceIT will be looking for a pick from balcony here. I wonder if he'll be able to find it. Oh, there's a spot, but a jumping player at distance. Quite difficult indeed. And oh wow, he's just going for a bunny hop into the site. And that will be the end of him. He did manage to eke out an additional kill, which is nice. But forZe are 0 against 5 at the moment. They must take control of the game pretty quickly here, because right now Avangar is sitting on a handsome amount of money.
A lot of money indeed. forZe would need 2 rounds to break the money of Avangar, but this is exactly what Avangar need. Some confidence, some reassurance with the money they have in the hole. FaceIT really aggressively looking for an opening here, as is James. I think it was a previous Inferno where James was holding this angle and he was just... someone just dry peeked him and shot him in the face. So hopefully he will have a better time of things now. Banana smoked off. 2 players on arch for Avangar, leaving Crizzen in the balcony position. Which means the arch players will be peeking deeper. Molotov into the boiler area, that will force FaceCrack away. So if forZe had intentions, they will be delayed. And now Avangar move into a defensive position. KitKat around the site. Dima deep in arch near the library. smoke down on Arch, which will be a problem for forZe as well as Avangar. Jerry's waiting for an overextension at the bottom of mid. The bomb in second mid needs to be collected. Now we are shy of the minute mark, and it seems that forZe are getting curious towards Banana.
Banana.
They don't have a single flashbang left. forZe.
Are they going for a B split again? They really like those B splits. It looks like it's going to be another B split, James. This time, though, with 3 Banana and 2 from Arch.
And 0 flashbangs.
And 0 flashbangs. A single smoke on Almazar. And he is towards the main push. So that's perhaps... This is actually going to work out because Avangar completely abandoned Arch. They had 0 information on it. The other teams to walk there. And the B split actually works out because of this. They win the initial trades on the side as well.
If they don't kill Jame there, I don't think they plant the bomb. I think there were 6 seconds left when they killed Jame in construction. That looked really wiry for forZe. Almost get the impression they didn't really get what they wanted earlier on. I mean, if you're a forZe fan, that's really scary to watch. But they have done the job. Avangar will fall back, and they're trying to keep their economy intact again. They do have weapons to lose. They could try to maim the economy of that T side, but they'll focus on their own. They're playing the long con. That money can quickly disappear on that CT side in just a few rounds, as we mentioned earlier. forZe will dispose of the second AWP and pick up a rifle, and that's really smart. You don't often see that, but again, as we do say when we see 2 AWPs on a T side of Inferno, it can ruin pretty much all of your strats and tactics for that round. forZe get their first round on the board, but I feel like they're going to have to do better to get another one.
Yeah, I mean, they got fortunate that Avangar had 3 players on A, but 0 presence for Arch. 0 info there. It's kind of unusual, but perhaps they can find a way here. They will force their way into the top mid areas. That's going to work out. So Avangar challenging and losing the duels, and now the fast pace from forZe will work out, getting them into the site. It's in a very annoying position. Can be hard to deal with this one, and he's going to hit the shot. So look at how delayed this push is from Balcony and Quad to trade him out, and that is a big problem. It's given Avangar an opportunity here. Buster, if he's able to catch one of these players as they come off the site, it's going to be a huge potential for him to clutch this. Although you can see the man in pit is somewhat obscured as he is zoomed in, scoped in. The flash comes out, and that's going to be him dead. But yeah, that was a bit worrying that Chrisen had so much time in pit just to shoot at the players from Arch.
Yeah, the Arch push was out of sync with the short push, which was very delayed, so nobody was able to take the closer position to engage the player in pit once the players on Arch saw that nobody was in that jump up position near default plant. A very expensive round for Avangar, and the warning for Jame. Power getting a super early frag, and it seems that if they get that early frag forZe, they are ready to go immediately. The money for Avangar has disappeared. It has disintegrated after only 2 round wins for forZe.
A lot of pressure there from FACEIT. That Molotov's useful because the players from Balcony can try to push with that, and as they drop out, it should be difficult for the CTs, but they're not going to be pushing pit just yet. And that's going to allow Avangar to do an incredible amount of damage. forZe, a bit of a struggle at the moment. They continue to try to push this A site. It's not going too well. No additional damage just yet. The AWP brought to bear, and FACEIT, I'm not sure if he can get more than 1 kill here. Once he's given his position away, his ability to do much else is going to be restricted. The CTs have smokes and a Molotov as well, so he can be locked out of that choke point easily. And he will decide to back away. He has a lot of money, actually, so he's kind of the... Oh, hello. The perfect guy to save here. The double scope. So yeah, if he saves this, he can actually buy 2 AKs.
Avangar can't really afford to hunt him either, so this should work out. But it was a curious push from forZe, going back to that round previously where the balcony was smoked and they tried to push through it. I think it was a Nico round. and the CT blocked him in the smoke. The smoke was in the apartments again, and there was a smoke down on short, but they decided to charge through it all with the flashbangs, and that did not work out for them.
Well, one of the weird things about that push was FaceCrack did this very risky sort of peek with a Molotov, and he Molotov'd the back of pit, and then the players who came out the balcony, they jumped into quad. So then there was like all of forZe's push was in quad instead of actually pushing into the pit where the CTs couldn't stand anywhere because of the Molotovs they'd just thrown. So it feels like they're kind of out of sync with their own idea of what they should be doing there on the push. Which, and I think if they just take the advantage with those Molotovs, they get the kills, they get the pit, they get the site. Very odd, but it's very chaotic on A as well. Very fast push coming in here from Avangar onto Banana, but they will be denied, initially at least.
And what does Buster choose to do? He is alone on Banana. His teammate is rotating in slowly. I think there might be a flash from his teammate. Is he good for two though? No, just to one. Big problems now for the CT side, although Amazer assumed that that was it for the B area. And one more player is there to trade. Power, very aggressive sniper player for forZe. He's got to find something out of this. In the meantime, FaceCrack heading towards the arch position. You see James with an angle in the library. Avoids the AWP, and now that's pulling a CT. Crizant doesn't know exactly where to go. FaceCrack, oh, the communication has come in just in time. Crizant's waiting for it. He's ready for it. Meanwhile, the last two pushing towards the bomb site. Dima can't get anything out of it. Time is on the clock to plant the bomb, but Crizant is very close to the coffins, and now we're on the 1 versus 1. Does he hear James? I don't think he did, as you can see from him looking towards Banana. So what does Malik make of this situation? James was spotted in CT spawn. Does he expect him to be coming from this position? Perhaps not, but James has rotated already. 20 seconds, and surely Malik runs into James's arms here. But with the USP, will he have enough to get the kill?
Oh, he's not going to check the side, so it's going to be skip knife out if he wanted. Oh dear. That gamble's not worked out for Malik. Good gamble from James though. It can often be a coin flip if you decide to gamble on a site. So that's going to be 7 rounds now for Avangar and 2 for forZe. Avangar's economy has been kept in check by forZe in large part, but forZe will be unable, I think, to have much to do damage against Avangar here. So Avangar do stand to build that bank, get some security, some comforts. Keycut's going to hear a lot of stepping. Buster's just, he's been doing a lot of damage from those coffins, man. He's been having a good time there. He's been pretty routinely standing there too. So I wonder if forZe will later try a dry AWP peek into his position, because it should be ripe for the taking. Bullets everywhere. And forZe are left in a heap of despair.
Malik and the bomb. 3 players on the A site. Buster entrusted with Banana, so plant is nigh on impossible. James has seen him now. Prisoner's there as well. 8-2. Avangar perhaps angry after the previous map. Really comfortable CT half so far. Money's been up and down. Okay for the time being. Tactical timeout from forZe. Perhaps used to having more success than this. Nobody's bought just yet, as you can see. What is their plan? What are Avangar doing? And maybe Avangar will do something different due to this timeout. Maybe they'll expect a rush. Maybe they'll put 3 people on Banana. We will soon see as the time expires on the timeout. What will be the buy of forZe? Will it be all AKs? No. Jerry going for the Galil to buy utility. So there definitely is a plan here. Everybody else on the AKs. 4 Molotovs here for the T side. Only 3 flashbangs though.
Flashbangs.
Only 2 flashbangs now.
I'm throwing a flashbang. I can't do that. I can't do that very well.
Oh, look at that. Jerry's thrown a molly on the floor expecting the CT smoke. So it has compromised the smoke, and maybe that forces Vanguard to go back to the B bomb site. No, Dan, you cannot do a Jamaican accent. This is true.
Would you like to fix it for me, James?
I think it's unfixable, Dan.
Oh, no, I mean, like, you can do yours. So.
Let's just move on.
Oh, okay. Top mid take from forZe. Avangar keeping tabs this time on what's going on towards Arch. Sick waiting in the cubby. Minutes on the clock. forZe working on Banana simultaneously. So they have a lot of options here. They can try and continue to press into Arch. Or as they have now discovered, Banana is clear. They can continue the pressure there, leave one man or two men towards A, and then rotate back for the B push with the bomb. And it looks like they're going to actually leave a lurk towards, an active lurker towards B, who's looking to actually take down Buster in the 1v1. A player has been pulled. Kiko's been pulled towards B. This is very strange. So much in the way of rotations here, and forZe get the better of all of it.
FaceCrack picks off the Arch player as well. Jamin Krisen can hear the rotations down mid, but Buster is all alone. But look at the time. Can he hide? Can he hide in plain sight? The bomb! What is it doing up there? 10 seconds and they should be able to plant it, but they'll be exposed to the CT position for the most part. Nobody there, but that is another worrisome situation for forZe. Crisis averted, though. 4 versus 2, and Avangar can't really do much anymore about this situation. They could do with holding on to these weapons, because they are somewhat low, and forZe can't hunt too much because they are even lower in terms of what is in the bank. A much needed third round for forZe. Can they make this half competitive?
It is interesting because if we think back to Mirage, ooh, some good damage there. Yeah, you have to, now they're sort of committing, they should probably run to CT spawn here. Kristen's locking them away. Ooh, some additional damage. They're going to die to the bomb. Oh, well, at least, well, okay, the AWP will do the job. So that's a pretty good amount of damage.
Surprised Jane peeks there because he has a lot more to lose than he has to gain.
Yes, indeed.
With them winning the round.
Because what's the nade situation going to be now? How are you going to get nades out? Or have I miscalculated? They're going to be fine for nades.
Avangar?
forZe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's not great. Obviously, just winning a round, you want full utility. It's incredibly important to winning position on this map, especially Banana. Avangar, though, they will... Interestingly, because Avangar don't have great utility themselves, but they have put some light pressure on Banana, but they then just run backwards immediately. So the nades that they used haven't really helped them too much on Banana. And now they are passive on the B side. Looks like forZe might just try to walk in. This is a good way to deal with this situation where they don't have much utility. There's a quick CT smoke. And now it comes down to just the spray and Buster spray. Only good for a headshot. Now it's down to Kiko to line up for him, but he can only get so much. Spray all over the place. The bomb will be down, and forZe very weak. Look at the health on these players.
2 flashes on the smoke for Avangar. What will they choose to do? They're close to the site, but they need something. Waiting the smokes out. 2 of the 3 players with kits. And they start to back off. They realize this is a very brittle situation. Dima hanging around for the time being. Wonder if he'll go for a ninja. Maybe with Jamin in spawn there. Ooh, if he got that kill, then maybe. But Dima has to make a move eventually, otherwise he's going to die. He might be okay now. There we go. It's interesting. If James gets that pick, then who knows? It'll be interesting to see if he tries to go for it, assuming the rest will run away, because I'll see CTs and CT spawn. But here we are, 8-4. Starting to get difficult for both teams at this point. Avangar with a tactical timeout. 3 rifles saved, including the sniper, and UMPs are coming out for the CT side.
So one thing forZe have working in their favor here is that they're going to have a huge amount of utility. So, well, in comparison to Avangar, I would think, unless Avangar sacrifice weaponry to max out on utility, which I'm not sure if it's the case just yet. We'll see soon enough. So they can play a really sort of heavy utility game towards Banana and try to force Avangar passively onto the B site. It has been interesting, though, because I feel like forZe, much like that pistol round, perhaps that pistol round was a sign, a cue, that forZe do like some of the more elaborate rounds. and all those B splits. We've seen them; they have attempted a B split like 3 or 4 times, and so I do wonder if we're going to see more simplistic, straightforward plays, because those can be very effective too, like the previous round. And this is a good setup here from Avangar. forZe will not know what hit him. Oh my goodness! Chrisen just pulled out a USP.
Alrighty then. Just
died instantly.
Down to a 2-on-2, but Kikert's in a very important position. Ooh, Jerry trying to fight, gets his bell rung, but the trades continue. Power with that AWP, quite something, versus UMP of Buster. Buster has the position unknown advantage. He hears the scope and may take an acute angle now. Expecting XT to come, and his elbow will show. That'll be enough. The scope conceded. It betrayed his position. And there is round number 9 for Avangar.
Round number 9. Yes, this is going to be pretty important. I think, we've given what we saw on Mirage, it was a struggle for Avangar on that T side. They had a lot of issues against forZe's CT side, so making sure that they themselves have a good CT side here is going to go a long way, I think. forZe did win the first map, 16-8. But they are struggling here. Down to the pistols, saving for the final rounds of the half, looking for that 10-5, that 5-10.
Damn. It's a great snap from Kikert, jumping up to take another one down. Looking like a nothing round for forZe. Footsteps being made, and that's running distraction. Look at Jerry on short. Chrisen has been baited, but maybe they can't get to the site to plant the bomb because the bomb's currently at the bottom of mid, having to walk away so as not to be pushed through the smoke. Face crack at the top. Malik by the balcony. He might want to get off the mid position, but he doesn't know if anybody's top mid, but gambles have to be taken. Moving into short now. Buster, though, is on the site, but I don't know if he's in position to stop a default plant if Face Crack can cross over. Manages to do that, goes for the duel, not working out for him. And there's round number 10 for Avangar.
And this is forZe's map pick, James. It's never a confident thing when you get beasted on your map pick.
Well, they did the same on Mirage, so...
It is true. It is true. But can they bring it back here? They need that 5th round. And then when they get onto the next half, they will have a lot to work with. So we'll see if they are able to do so. Their utility sucks. But, ooh, I thought we were going to get a very aggressive Avangar there. Looks like they were thinking about it. But they will retreat. And we get contestation over Banana here. But again, the T's do not have much utility. That's a nice start there. Oh, they're going to line up here. But Buster is ready to trade out and Jerry. So that is a very fast 4 versus 3 advantage for Avangar. As now forZe are forced to start exploring other avenues. Oh my god, that flick looked like it was on. James must feel robbed.
3 on 3, all the players coming from Arch. Chrisen can deliver, he's done it before. 2 smokes heard on the Arch position, so he knows at least 2 of the 3 players are there. But is there a third one anywhere near him? He expects players to come from the high ground, and he's not wrong. Dima making a play through the smoke at the same time. He's the one to take Face Crack down, actually. And they know Chrisen's in the pit, but he won't win that duel. Bomb is planted, and Buster, have they heard any sounds? Trying to avoid the Molotov. Malik will hold the short position, although the trajectory will tell a story of that smoke grenade. Moving through the smoke is Malik. This is going to be really hard for Buster. Doesn't get past Almeza, so it is a 5th and final round on the board for forZe in that first half. So they've got space to breathe, but it's by no means spectacular. For Avangar, opportunity knocks.
This is definitely a good opportunity, isn't it? It's good to come back after having a really crappy first map into this sort of a spot where you're heavily favored, lots of security, but let's see what they've got in store for this pistol. Hopefully it's, again, a bit more simplistic than sort of that B-split attempt. I think a lot can go wrong when you try to complicate things too much in a pistol round. And one thing that you can't ignore as well is on the Glocks, one of the big advantages they have is closing distance quickly, and you can get those numbers in, and that's really powerful in at least guaranteeing a bomb plant, which is a huge deal. It gives you security, because even if you lose the rounds, you still have that money. You can still keep the pressure up very quickly. You don't have to mess around with force buys. But Avangar looking like they want to burst onto this B site. Are force ready? Is Almeza ready? No.
Dre took one in the face earlier, and his teammate wants to be like him and took one in the face as well. What are you aiming at?
The fact that they're both absolutely wrecked. This B site is not going to be held.
Hiding in the smoke now, hoping for the best. Almeza taken out. This is looking really bad for forZe. The bomb needs to get planted though. Still approaching the site. The numbers are here. The swarm is here, but plant that bomb before the smokes disappear. Starting to do so now. 5 versus 3. Avangar, I think they need a good score if they are to win this map, just to go into the next map with confidence, and it continues to go great for them. FACEIT trying to rack up the kills. There's 3 for him. Oh, he's been very patient there. 4. This could be a complete disaster. Buster in the dark spot. xFower has a defuse kit, and Buster is playing his cards now. He's going for the ace, but Buster manages to clutch it. Oh boy, that was a worry.
Absolutely denied. That is a shame. I wanted the ace for him. That would have been quite the highlights. Look at the lineup here. Such a lineup. Well, so he's going to have a lot of money at least. That's nice, I suppose. So he's actually just going to straight up buy a scoot. See whether or not they can get some damage with these pistols. xFower going pretty far forward here. Did he? No, he did not get a catch there. Got to be awfully cautious. Banana will go to Avangar. Only 1 man on the B sites for forZe. Now they are down to 4 players. And they will be quick to rotate at least 1 more to reinforce the B site. So it's 2 to a bomb site, with Malik playing a forward position in the apps. Malik can be the guy to get that info. So, but he's got to be very cautious. It's a fine line to walk, because if you do die in this position, it is an open site. He's testing. Malik finding one in the back. He's going to pick up a gun here. Goes straight to commit for another frag, and he's going to get taken down.
Moving into 2 of the 3 players that remain. xFower holding an angle with the scout, and Jerry should hear these sounds coming. He's got the CZ. There it is, the run distraction. Jerry, can he get the reload in time? His teammate's gone down, he goes down as well. That leaves FaceCrack with the Desert Eagle. 1 player can take a 1 dig to the chest and go out. Needs a headshot though for Crizzy. Not quite getting that wishful thinking now, and they won't engage. Bomb has been planted. Does FaceCrack go into his doom? What does he choose to do? Ropey for him. 12-5 coming the way of Avangar. 13-5 very likely indeed. This could be a quick closeout of Inferno for Avangar.
It's looking that way so far. But we have to wait until the AWPs come out to truly know. That was Birds. Lovely. Lovely. Love a good bird song. Win. 12-5. And desperation surely starts to set in for forZe, because after this save, Avangar will be very close to the victory. And that's going to absolutely be a shocker, and it's going to feel perhaps like an opportunity wasted for forZe if that's the case, after winning map 1 in convincing fashion. Avangar will go for an early take into Banana. Jerry waits. Does he have anything of his own to throw? Just waiting, chilling. And this is, if this was a buy round, it'd be kind of like, you always have to think about how is a utility used from one team to the other, because one of the dynamics you see on basic dynamics on Inferno that you can see is the CTs will throw lots of utility on a buy round, and then the Ts will realize that they have that tendency, so then they'll wait, and then they'll just retake, which means that their utility will end up being more effective. So that's something to consider, how the utility is exchanged on a map like this, where you have so many choke points all over the place. Molly straight into the cubby here. That's FaceCrack very dead. Burned alive, and It's like forZe will not be able to do too much here. Obviously ill-equipped for this round. And Jerry has got a very colourful MAC-10. Some colour to this very bleak situation for forZe. Oh, an upgrade perhaps? No, just another MAC-10. Very sad. Alright, so that's the end of that. A mere formality perhaps that round. So Avangar will survive with 3. Their economy is in good stead. So forZe now with their last good chance. We'll see the AWP out into extra power. We have not really seen, obviously, you know, it's only round 4 of the second half. We've not seen a great buy from them just yet. So this is their first chance to get in there. But of course, it could be the last chance too, potentially, as if they are to be unsuccessful here, Avangar will be on 14. They'll need a save. And then there's already, you know, game map point before they can really respond again with a proper buy. So this must work for forZe. Exapower must be good on his shots with this AWP. And Avangar are running a default here. And Banana's up for grabs as well. They will take top mid. Are they interested in Banana, or they just keep? Oh, they're just going to keep going. That works as well. And they're going to go for a very fast wrap onto the A side. This is dangerous stuff from Avangar.
Nobody coming in from the short position just yet. Face crack, has he revealed his hand? He hasn't fired a bullet yet, so they might not know he's there. They know he's there now, and he isn't there anymore. What do forZe choose to do? Got to be a save, and I think it might have already been before Jerry went down. That is a massive push from Avangar. Just compromise the positions of forZe. There'll be an upgrade at least for our Mesa, but not much else to shout about. FACEIT having a shot through the well to Dima to hold on to his weapon. And there is one more. But it's 14 rounds to Avangar. FACEIT has been such a dangerous player for forZe, but they just neutralized him. Put him in smokes, gave him a position, falls away, and off they go to A.
Boom. Round 20. And Avangar are looking like they've made a pretty solid recovery. You can just see the end frags. The previous round there. A very fast wrap onto the A site. Always scary when you're not able to stop it. It's really powerful. The players hiding on the actual site just it becomes so exposed. Now what are they up to here? They're looking fairly fast on the pace again. They don't seem to care too much about Banana, which is also, once again, up for grabs. forZe have not been taking much control of Banana. And Avangar, it's like they want to run the same round as before, but this time forZe have a much better response.
Jamin Buster wrapping around the arch position. They are so compromised right now, but again, there's no short push, and this time they are more successful forZe. James trapped now because there are 2 players coming in from the library position trying to hold this down, and Crizzen makes a play in from the short position, and he gets the bomb down as well. Jerry charging towards the site though, and he might have a surprise angle here. Stereo frags for forZe, and they will stave off game point for the time being and look for a 6th round here, collecting the AWP top mid, and then the defuse can happen.
So, a mere 6 rounds. It's a long road to recovery, and at least they will give themselves a chance to make a recovery, but Avangar will not let up on the pressure anytime soon with the amount of money that they've built. And Avangar, you know, they've been throwing in a decent mix of pacing thus far on their T side. We've seen some very fast rounds, some slower rounds. I would like to see more control, you know, more sort of a classical default where you do take control of Banana. forZe have not really been interested in challenging it too heavily. We see one Molotov there, which just denies a very fast push, but it doesn't really serve to do anything else as far as the CTs are concerned. And so they're very passive, and this is good to see from Avangar. They are realizing this. Nice. Okay, we're going to get a pop flash play from Jerry. And a re-smoke. Okay, so that's good from forZe. They're not allowing Avangar to have it for free.
1 minute 20 on the clock. Avangar will have to wait. Dima and Crizzen in A apps. And they are being harassed as well, so where will they choose to go exploring? Speaking of exploring, FACEIT sees nothing down Banana. Will that make him head towards mid? Well, he sees a smoke, so I think he will stay put, moving towards the library in sight position. Could have a teammate flash for him later on. Although forZe only have 4 flashes. They do have 3 smokes though, so they can buy some time. Smoke deployed towards B. That is their last smoke there. Bomb being left at the bottom of mid for the time being. FACEIT not shy to get aggressive, and they need him to be aggressive. He does deliver. There is one. Sees him backing off, and that surely means a B bomb site play. Malik starting to rotate in that direction. FACEIT left on the site on his own. James trying to show presence. A deep smoke on Arch, and that'll keep face crack there, so they've got a 3 versus 3 on B.
Almeza in a good spot. Oh, he looks away just at the wrong moment, but in comes Jerry, but he's quick to be dispatched. And it's 3 versus 3. The bomb can be planted behind the coffins. And there it is. Plenty of time. A mere 5 seconds. It's all good. Keycat's taking pull, and they have a player on Banana and a man on the site. So there's a pretty good spread of players from Avangar as far as the defensive possibilities are concerned. Malik looking to start pressuring from the construction. The Banana Man's very far away, though, and that is, I believe, FACEIT with the AWP. And he's going to have a close-range engagement. He's got the USP out, but James is not looking. This is... Oh, God, that's a big problem. Now Chrisen alone against 3, and he'll get sandwiched. That was a little bit too easy, perhaps, that retake. forZe have done a great job, but Avangar, they've got to step it up there on those defenses.
Okay, then. That was not expected, to put it mildly. That was surely game point. Well, at least there is plenty of margin for error for Avangar, though they will not want to take it. Don't see that every day.
Yeah, that's...
or ever.
Yeah.
You never see that, literally.
Yeah, that's not a thing, really. So that's not a thing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not over till it's over, especially, given what we've seen from both these teams. It's very hard to predict. When it comes to one of the most important fundamental things in Counter-Strike is always about, and anything that's competitive, anything in life in general, is how do you use an advantage, or how do you exploit an advantage? How do you keep an advantage? And we've seen both teams have trouble in some of those spots. This is something that's SK, when SK were very dominant, were very famed for their high level of consistency. Whenever they get like an opening pick, a 5v4, they just play the advantages perfectly. Just some good basics. Either way, back into it. Oh, the boost from Almeza. This could be quite successful, actually. Keycats, is he going to go for it? Hello, that's a nice shot from Almeza. That's not an easy one.
That's a really nice shot.
Oh my God, what is he doing? Just out there, jumping into ball, and Keycat is very dead. I feel bad for Keycat, man.
He is super dead.
He's incredibly all the way dead.
He's beyond dead. He got sent into the multiverse.
My goodness gracious me.
Last 3 Avangar players on Banana starting to move up. Now Meza has taken yet another position. They have flashes, and it seems one will be deployed, as well as perhaps a smoke grenade that will set off the location of the AWP, but Jerry sees a smoke down and will play in front of it. Got to be careful though, he's taking a lot of bullets. Now he's moved into the smoke. Chrisen, oh there he is. That's bought some time for Malik to make his way over. He has one flashbang that he could offer through the smoke, but he's not going to do that, and Amazing gets a great angle onto Chrisen without even knowing it. The bomb still has to get planted. Seems like it will. 4 CTs. 2 construction, 2 at the front of the site, Molotovs, grenades all over the place. Dima on Banana, Chrisen and James. In unusual angles, at least for James. Does he pop out though? It's a risky one. They're almost lining up for him. And now it's a 2-on-2. All the frags raining in for Avangar, and they find themselves at game point, finally. The money ropey now for forZe. Avangar should have a goodbye. This will not be easy. Gone from 2 AWPs on the CT side to an AWP and a scout. Face crack with the 5.7. An MP7, a FAMAS. Pretty much only one gun that you actually want in this round for forZe. Amazing and Jerry deploying objects down Banana. Keycat having a look. FACEIT aggressive in mid, starting to look towards second mid now. Meanwhile, they continue to exchange. Almeza taken out. No surprise, he had the scout on Banana. Jerry's left alone towards the B bomb site. Malik rotating towards Arch. Face crack picking something up, but getting wall banged. That house will need repair. Whoa. forZe desperate for something, but not really getting much of anything. Malik alone now with the MP7 and for an extra frag maybe. It would be just the one. Avangar take this to map number 3, 16-7.
Well, either team winning the other team's map pick, so that's always nice, I suppose. It's very difficult to predict which way this will go, though. You know, both teams look very shaky in their own ways, so it's all up for grabs still.
It is indeed. The third map will be Train, and that will be coming up very shortly. Stay tuned.